Hello, on tonight's programme.
Support for an author from Whitstable who's in court after refusing to pay part of her water bill for 4 years.
We continue to withhold payment for 4.5 years on behalf of every single water consumer in this country.
A pack of wolves is put down by an animal charity in Herne near Canterbury. The Wildwood Trust defends its decision despite fierce criticism.
Also tonight, above and below the waves, the stunning ocean photos on display at the historic dockyard Chatham.
And the weather's also been very photogenic today. I'll be sharing some of your photos a little later.
Good evening. A campaigner from Whitstable was in court today after refusing to pay Southern Water for its services. Writer Julie Wassmer was so incensed by the company's conviction over unauthorised sewage spills into the rivers and seas of the South East 5 years ago, she decided to boycott the company.
Well, a protracted legal battle ended up with an appearance today in the Small Claims Court, where the campaigner took the opportunity to highlight bigger issues. Tony Green was there.
Writer and campaigner Julie Wassmer from Whitstable in court today. She deliberately didn't pay for the Southern Water wastewater element of her bill after the publicity that arose from a case in this court 5 years ago, when Southern Water was fined a record amount for polluting rivers and seas all around the southeast, including in Whitstable.
This case is particular to my husband and I. It's our water account. But we went all this way. We continued to withhold payment for 4.5 years, facing court today on behalf of every single water consumer in this country who feels completely betrayed by the industry and who still is forced to pay for an inadequate service.
The case was brought by South East Water, who have an agreement with Southern Water to issue bills on their behalf. In court, their legal representative told the judge that the sewage left the claimant's property to be treated one way or the other. We say they received the service which they are statutorily obliged to pay for. The judge said he had to apply the law as it stands, but told the defendant, "I'm not blind, by the way, to the bigger picture here, but it's outside of my remit. I watch the television, I read the newspaper, and in essence what you are saying is they are hopeless because they spew filth into the sea and no one ever calls them to book." Nonetheless, he found in favour of the claimant, and the defendant now has 3 months to pay the outstanding amount. The verdict didn't come as a surprise.
Even receiving a decision like today, we have now highlighted more so the obstacles that we face in trying to gain justice as water consumers.
In a statement, Southern Water said, as a regulated company, we and South East Water, which bill on our behalf in this area, are duty-bound to pursue non-payers. If they are facing hardship, we have a wide range of ways to help, starting with large discounts on bills. After 4 years of withholding payment, it's probably the end of this particular court battle, but certainly not the end of Julie Wassmer's campaign. Tony Green, ITV News, Canterbury Crown Court.